In Tampa, the dream of a community center for at-risk kids is being cut short and scaled back. The Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association got a cease and desist letter ordering them to stop making improvements to a century-old church that they've spent nearly 5 years fixing up.
It was a complete surprise.
Civic Association board member John Tennyson was taken aback by this order to stop all construction on a teaching kitchen, an aquaponic garden, and a sound studio at the Tampa Heights Community Center and Garden.
Almost finished.
The DOT bought the old church in 2006 to make room for a freeway expansion that was at the time believed to be 20 or more years in the future. When the city of Tampa leased the building from the DOT, they allowed the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association to use and refurbish the space for neighborhood children and families to learn career and life skills.
Tens of thousands of volunteer hours.
Along with donations of roofing, paint, heating, and air conditioning that Tennyson says adds up to more than $1 million in investment. But now that the DOT has moved up the freeway expansion to as early as 5 years from now, they've invoked a clause in the lease that requires the Civic Association to get permission before making improvements.
It was very clear in the lease. They knew that any improvements that were done would have to be approved by DOT, and that never happened, unfortunately.
The association says the improvements underway were well publicized and known by all parties. Many people believe the DOT wants to stop any improvements so it'll be less costly and controversial to tear it down when the time comes. Meanwhile, Tampa City officials, usually supporters of this kind of urban revitalization, are taking a nothing-we-can-do approach.
We have a legal obligation to follow the rules in the lease we signed, as does the Junior Civic Association.
The Civic Association is not giving up. They plan to draft a letter requesting permission to continue making the improvements. Wendy?